Knock out the fat with the George Foreman Lean Mean Fat Reducing Grilling Machine.
Hi, I'm Sherry Kalbaum, known as the Healthy Gourmet. I'm a nutritionist by profession and author of a number of cookbooks. I'm here to demonstrate the grilling machine because I just love this product. I've been using it almost every day in my test kitchen, and it is just a great machine that I know you're going to love using. I'm going to be demonstrating it, showing you how to clean it, and I'm going to be doing a lot of delicious recipes in it. Next, I'm going to show you how to use your grilling machine, and it is so easy. If you haven't already done this, take a wet sponge and just wipe down both plates of your grilling machine. Then next, plug it in. You'll see the light come on. When the light goes off, you'll be ready to grill. But in the meantime, while it's heating up, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the special features of your machine. First of all, you'll notice you have this special spatula that comes with your machine with grooves so that you can just push that ground meat right out of the grilling machine. Be sure to only use plastic or wood with your grilling machine. It has a special non-stick coating that you could scratch if you use like forks or metal spatulas. And this non-stick coating is very special. You don't have to use any fats with this machine. No sprays, no oils. Just put your food right on the plate, close the lid, and you're ready to grill. So now we're going to close this lid. And remember too, whenever you open the lid, to use a pot holder so that you don't burn yourself. And when the light goes off, we're ready to start grilling. So let's go. The first recipe I'm going to do for you is George's Power Burger. George loves this, and you will too. I'm going to add a number of chopped vegetables to our hamburger meat. I've got about a pound of hamburger meat here, and I want to tell you the different vegetables that I'm using, but you can use any vegetables you want. I have red and green bell pepper, parsley that's chopped, chopped onion, chopped green onion, some chopped zucchini, and some chopped yellow squash. So I'm going to take just a little bit of each of these so that I can have a 1/4 cup of vegetables, and then I'm going to add it to the meat. And we're going to have a healthy hamburger. And it's going to taste great too. You're going to discover that this makes your hamburger more juicy and better tasting yet. So now add your vegetables to the hamburger meat, and then take about a 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs and add that to your hamburger meat. And now comes the fun part. You need to get in here and just mix it all up. Have a good time. Get your fingers dirty, like I am. And mix it very well so that your vegetables and your breadcrumbs are completely mixed in with the hamburger meat. And then we're going to make this into hamburger patties and start grilling. And we're ready to go. Now I've finished shaping this hamburger into patties, and we're ready to start grilling. So I'm going to open the machine, and I'm going to place a couple of the patties on the plate, just like this. Don't you love the sound of that sizzle? Now close the lid. It's going to take about 4 minutes, and you're going to have power burgers. Notice all the fat that's dripping off this hamburger meat and into the drip tray. Just think, all that's going in the drip tray and not in your body. I want to show you the hamburgers that are cooking. Notice that it's grilling on both sides. Both plates are heated up, so you never have to flip your hamburger patties. And that's one of the other great features of the grilling machine. Our hamburger patties are almost ready. So now you can start preparing the hamburger buns, and I've toasted these buns actually on the grilling machine. Just take a little mustard and spread on your buns. And I wanted to remind you that mustard is a much better choice than mayonnaise. Tablespoon per tablespoon, you're going to save about 11 grams of fat by going with mustard. So now we're ready to take one of these hamburger patties off the grill and put together our power burger. And you can top your power burger with anything you want. I've got lettuce, tomato, and onion. Now I'm going to show you how to do one of George's favorites, the lean mean steak fajitas. And to do that, we're going to put on these little feet. In case you're wondering what to do with these, here's how you add the feet to the grilling machine. You just lift it up and be sure that you do this, by the way, before you turn the machine on. So just add feet to the front, just like this. And then you want to add the feet to the back of the machine. And then you can plug it in. And you'll notice that the grill has been raised up so that you can add your meat, your ground hamburger or your steak strips. You can do burritos in here. And raising your grilling machine makes it a lot easier to scoop that meat right off into your taco shells or into a bowl. Our machine is ready and we're ready to start grilling our fajitas. I'm going to start with the vegetables because they take the longest to cook. I'm going to start with the bell peppers, and you can use any color bell peppers you want. I've got green and red bell pepper strips and thinly sliced onion. So I'm going to add these to the grilling machine. You just lift the lid now, and remember to use your pot holder. And one exception is with vegetables, you want to brush the plate with a little bit of oil. I'm using canola oil. And then you'll add your vegetables. And I'm going to take just a few green pepper strips and put on the hot plate here. And then a few red bell pepper strips. Remember that bell pepper takes the longest to cook, so you want to start with those. This makes a very pretty dish. Then we'll add some onion. And then we'll be adding the beef strips later because they only take about 1.5 minutes to cook. So now just close your lid and wait about 4 minutes and your vegetables will be ready. Now as our vegetables are just about finished cooking, we're going to add our steak strips. And our steak has been marinating in a little marinade sauce that has some Worcestershire, and I'll just pour a little over the top here. Worcestershire, lime juice, a little lemon zest, and a little canola oil, and a number of spices, and salt and pepper. And so we're going to lift the lid now, and we're going to take our steak strips, and move our vegetables up to the top. And then we'll add our steak strips. And these cook very quickly. They only take about 1.5 minutes. So you can just lay those steak strips right there on the grill and hear that sizzle. Doesn't that sound great? It's going to be a fast dinner. Set your timer, because in 1.5 minutes, you're going to have lean mean steak fajitas. Our fajitas are ready. So here's what you do. With your pot holder, just open the lid. Those look great. Just slide your drip tray over to the side, grab a plate, and you're just going to slide your steak strips right down into the center of that plate. And then just slide this to the side, grab another plate, and you're going to slide your vegetables down into the center of this plate, just like this. So easy and so fast, and you're done. Now we're ready to start assembling our fajitas, and it's so simple. Just take a flour tortilla, and you want to add a couple of steak strips to the center, and then some of your sautéed vegetables, or grilled vegetables actually, that you've done in the grilling machine. And then we're going to add some of the toppings, and we've got a nice variety here. You can actually add anything you'd like. I've got some grated cheese and chopped cilantro. We've got salsa, guacamole, and reduced fat sour cream. I'm going to take just a little bit of cheese and add to the top here, and then some cilantro on top of that. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of salsa. And we're ready to eat it. Next, we're going to do George's Knock Out the Fat tacos. So just take a little taco seasoning, sprinkle it over your ground meat. I'm using ground turkey, which is lower in fat than ground beef. You can also use ground chicken, which is lower in fat too. Now, just take your fingers like we did earlier and just mix this up. And we're ready to start grilling our taco meat. So just take your ground turkey, add it to the grill, And then you want to take your spatula and just kind of break it up a little bit. And then you're going to lower the lid and cook this for about 3 minutes. And there's no need to turn anything. You can lift the lid though and break it up a little more if you want to as it's cooking. But about 3 minutes and your ground meat is going to be ready and you can start filling your taco shells. So we're ready to start building a taco. Just lift the lid and you want to pull the drip tray out of the way. Get a taco shell and put it right under your grilling machine. And then scoop some of the ground meat right down into your taco shell. Now you're ready to start building your taco. And we have all sorts of great toppings, from chopped green onions and shredded lettuce and grated cheese and reduced fat sour cream, guacamole, chopped cilantro, salsa, chopped tomato, and chopped bell pepper. I'm going to choose some green onion and a little chopped cilantro and some grated cheese. Next, a little chopped tomato. How about a little bell pepper? And on top, some shredded lettuce. And there you have George's Knock Out the Fat taco. If you have children, I know someday one is going to say to you, I want a hot dog, and the other one's going to say, I want a grilled cheese sandwich. Well, it's no problem in the lean, mean, fat-reducing grilling machine. So easy. It takes about 2 to 4 minutes, depending on the size of your hot dog, and only 1 minute for your grilled cheese sandwich. So let's get started and put together a grilled cheese sandwich first. Just take a slice of bread. You don't have to butter it. You don't have to put any oil on it. Just put a slice of cheese on, put a slice of bread on top, open your grilling machine. Place that right there in the center. Close the lid, and in 1 minute, you've got a great grilled cheese sandwich. Just open the top of your grilling machine. Look at that, isn't it great? And some little person in your house is going to love the grilled cheese sandwich. Let's do hot dogs. Just lift the lid of your grilling machine and add your hot dogs. Our hot dogs are ready, so just open the grill, get a hot dog bun, and we're going to dish up a hot dog. These look good enough to eat. Look at that. Doesn't that look great? Now I'm going to get a little mustard. Lunch is ready. I'm going to do 2 chicken recipes for you right now at the same time. I'm going to do chicken parmesan and grilled chicken strips over Caesar salad. They're both so easy and so fast. I decided to do them together. Now, first what you do is to lift the lid on your grilling machine and put your marinated chicken breasts on the hot grill. Our chicken breasts have been marinated in a mustard lemon juice marinade. Now close the grill on this. It takes just a little over 2 minutes for your chicken breast. Now I'm going to start with a second machine and add my chicken strips. They're also marinating in the same marinade sauce. I'm going to add the chicken strips on here. These grill so fast that in about 1.5 minutes to 1.50 seconds, these strips are going to be ready. Our chicken breasts are almost done. And here's what I want you to do. Lift the lid and add a tomato slice to each chicken breast. It only takes 5 seconds to cook these, so just put the lid down and count to 5. And you're ready then to put on Parmesan cheese. They grill very, very quickly. Okay, add a little Parmesan to the top of each tomato. Let that sit there for just a few seconds. For the last few seconds to melt this Parmesan cheese, you just want to close the lid and count to about 2 or 3. It's going to melt so fast. Look at this. Is that beautiful? And it doesn't even stick to the top. So now just take your spatula, and get your plate, and your chicken parmesan is ready. This is dinner in less than 3 minutes. Our chicken strips are ready, and it's been just under 2 minutes. So lift the lid. Those look great. Good enough to eat. Well, just take your Caesar salad and take about 3 chicken strips. Add to the top of each Caesar salad. And you know, with the preparation of your salad and the chicken strips, you've got dinner ready in about 5 or 6 minutes. Melt in your mouth tender is the only way to describe our ginger lime swordfish. It's been marinating for 3 to 4 hours in our special marinade sauce, and we're going to grill it now, and it's going to grill in about 2 minutes. So just lift the lid, take your swordfish, and put it on the hot grill. Oh, listen to that sizzle. Does this look great? In 2 minutes, dinner is going to be ready. Okay, now close the lid. Set your timer for 2 minutes. Our fish is ready. Just lift the lid. Doesn't that look great? Well, just grab your spatula and get your plate and serve up your swordfish. Now I'm going to make one of my favorite recipes, zesty citrus thyme marinated shrimp kebabs, and they are wonderful. I'm using a marinade made of juice of 1 orange, raspberry vinegar, olive oil, thyme, garlic, and orange zest with a little freshly ground black pepper. I'm going to take a little marinade and brush over these shrimp kebabs to start off with. You know, you can put anything on these bamboo skewers. You can use cherry tomatoes, as I've done here, with some fresh zucchini and orange slices, but anything will do that you would like to use. Now, just open the grill, take your shrimp kebab, put both of these on your hot grill, close the lid. 1 minute and 10 seconds, and these are going to be ready. And look at this. Do those look great? They're beautiful, aren't they? Okay, I've got a bed of linguine all ready for our shrimp kebab. So just take your spatula and remove them. Add them to the top of your linguine. Are you ready for dinner? Is that beautiful? Just a few minutes and you've got dinner on the table. Now I'm going to make George's ranch-style breakfast. So simple. Just lift the lid, and I'm going to add some cheese hash browns to our grilling machine. And these take about 4 minutes to cook, so I'm going to add them first. Close the lid, give it a couple of minutes, and then we'll add our sausage. Just take your link sausage and put several of them on the grill. And then we're going to close the top. Give those sausages a couple of minutes and breakfast will be ready. Look at that. Does that look great? Just take your plate and we're going to put the sausages on our plate first. These are pork sausages. I want to remind you when you're cooking pork to make sure that you give it enough time so it's completely done. And wow, look at our hash browns. Cheese hash browns. Well, there's our champ's breakfast. I hope you've enjoyed watching our lean, mean, fat-reducing grilling machine recipe video guide. I know I sure enjoyed making the recipes for you. So you and your family now can get started making some of these tender, juicy, flavorful, delicious recipes for yourselves. So have fun, enjoy.